Right back to the well. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. He makes the connection. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
The play action fake. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
They'll try the right side. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
The give and the run on fourth down. Tackled, but he has a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Freeman. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Right? The line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The Canes get enough for the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs.
At the end of the first quarter, with the score, Florida 7, Miami 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run in the red zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat
point-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. And they're able to get him down.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Now he's going to break the pocket. Firing to the right, complete. This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. From the gun. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Makes the quick grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to pass. It's Diaz. Trying to get behind the defense. What a snag by the defense. Bringing it back. And he returned that into reverse skate in a hurry and takes it to the 46.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Motion from the offense. The give to the single back. They almost got a 1st down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Got some room, headed to the goal goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
Lining up to add another. Splits those uprights right in half. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas is on the ropes, and for all the hype around this program, maybe the most fertile recruiting base in football, it's clear this program is not back. They're trailing by 14 to Texas A&M. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The incompletion on first down. Now they face a 2nd and 10 from the 31. They'll try it over the left side. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air, it's Diaz. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
And the Miami offense will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end, nor for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Escapes trouble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. They'll immediately call timeout.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's looking for an open man on second down. A shot toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Looking to throw for it. Pressure coming. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires to the middle. He's got it, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, he still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to the ground with the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Going to try to get it himself. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive, and he does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package now setting up fourth and long.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. That's caught. It's Ncaa. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
On the ground, it's Freeman. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires on the move. And the ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on it just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Diaz. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. On the run, it's Ingram. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Snap it to the back. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. Third down after the run. Calls his own number. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! They move on top here in the 4th. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Texas is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. A real bloodbath today at DKR. They're trailing by 21 to Texas A&M. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it inside the 30. And he's running in the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Miami! And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's Aurora. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Back to throw, it's Diaz. Coming after it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Leaves it with the back. Still running at the 40. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Looking for a crease. It's Freeman. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Aurora. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Now on second down after the incompletion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're trying to get to him. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deep as the deepest, wide as the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Dances away from the heat. He wants a big play here late. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete. And